Alright, now I can see where y'all are at. Hello. 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 I'm going to be doing my come to me spell this evening. Look, I got my nails done. It's my tax write-off. Yeah. Yeah. This is a French manicure with matte top coat. I love a matte top coat on a French manicure. Do I know why? No, but I like it. So, if I haven't taught you this before, class, I haven't taught you this before. When you have hydrophobic ingredients that you need to put on your candle, and you dress them the way I do, you need an oil base. Okay? So, I'm actually going to get a better container for that. Hold on. I'm live, honey. What you need? Oh, man. I just couldn't take them. They were too heavy for me. They were really well done. But yeah, they were too heavy for me. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. So after I mix this up, I want to be able to keep it. So my razors come in this nifty little container. So I'm going to store the extra in this. All right. So this is the ingredient. I'm sorry. This is the spell with the extremely expensive ambergris. Okay, so this chunk, I've had it for about 6 years now. And it smells so good. This chunk was only a little bit bigger than it is now. And I got it for a deal for $200. That was a deal. So that's why, oh yeah, little goes a real long way. Ambergris? Ambergris is a type of material that forms in a whale's intestines to protect it from an object, and then it shits it out. It's the basis of all expensive perfumes. Basically, if you find a big glob, you're going to be paid about $350,000 to $500,000 for it. No, they call it whale vomit, but it doesn't come out their mouth. Just so you know. I think they tell us that to make us feel better. Hold on, I'm going to add my ambergris, and I can't fuck up when I add this shit. This is false. She sold it for a lot. Yeah. It's not a crystal properties book. It's an herb correlation book. And yes, it takes a while to get it out. So, to this, I'm going to add some shatavari powder. Some Saudi Arabian date tree pollen. I'm not doing crystal properties. I don't work with crystals enough to even remotely do crystal properties. All right. This is gonna go onto our candles. And then, well, I don't know near enough. Hey, Sunflower Lady. I don't know near enough about crystals to do any kind. I don't have a favorite spell. I like more complicated spells so I can work with rarer, or is it more rare, ingredients. But I don't have a favorite. Hello, journals. Hey, Samantha. Bye, Samantha. That's right. Don't feel lonely. So. Oh. Ashwagandha roots. Agrimony. Caraway. Yeah, I make my grimoire every time I write. Parsnip. This is one of those super chunky spells. Chunky! Oh my God, open. Jesus Christ. Cardamom. This is one of those spells. I like them big. I like them chunky. Carrot. I'm alright, I'm doing good. Damiana leaf. Pew, pew, pew. And, oh my God, I got 66. That's a lot. And crushed up saw palmetto. That's like the most people I've ever had in a YouTube live. Yeah, Moto really likes you. It's a big chunky spell. So, is this liquid mixture Now remember, when I make these, you don't have to use everything I use. You can use things I don't use. Y'all just be aware that I'm just doing what I prefer. Oh, thanks. Well, hello, Lady Bayou. Dude, I had my eyelashes done today, and I told this bitch I needed light, natural eyebrows. Now, she did a good job. Don't get me wrong. She did an excellent job. There is no alternative to ambergris. So, that's why I'm very clear to tell y'all, don't have to have every single thing that I have. Well, it's Saudi Arabian date tree pollen, so I got it from Saudi Arabia. But y'all have to understand, I do this for a living, okay? So, for instance, if I lived here and I didn't have access to Saudi Arabian date tree pollen, I would get pine pollen. Pine tree pollen. There is not a substitute for ambergris, but that doesn't mean you absolutely have to have it in there. I've just found that that's like, it is more expensive and it makes my spell more expensive, but it's like the quick version. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I'm sorry. The oil I used was musk oil. I'm not sad I took them off. They did a really, really good job. But it was just way too heavy for me. I felt like there was whole tree branches on my eyelid. So I need to find... I know there's another alternative. I just probably going to have to drive to find it. Ambergris is... Ambergris is ambergris. Like, it... I'll put it to you this way. If you ever come across a chance to buy ambergris, and you can, get it. And keep in mind, in magic, it doesn't have to be an ambergris without crap in it. I don't mean literal crap. But like perfumers look for more clear ambergris. You don't need that though. You could get ambergris with like chunks of sand and shit in it. Yeah. Right, but I'm not really, I can be fancy, but I don't really like to do fancy anymore. I like to do more of make you accidentally think it might be natural. You know what? Bewitched? I don't know. Try it. I didn't even know they made an ambergris essential oil. So try that. Because there is not a substitute for ambergris. Just like perfumers don't use a substitute for ambergris. You know? But all you gotta do is keep your eyes out. eBay's a good place to find the little pieces. And when I say little, if you don't do this for a living, you only need a T90 piece. And you don't have to have the clear kind that looks like amber. You can get the kind that looks like amber with sand stuck in it. Yeah, I have mini quartz that I usually use, but the price went up on the tiny quartz seeds, and I was like, the fuck? I'm not paying that. The hell? So I'm waiting for a private person. I know about Reiki, but not enough to speak on it. Ambergris is not illegal. It's whale musk gel that's solidified. It came out their assholes. Ambergris will get the attention of anyone that you want to. $10 is like $200. Right, but that piece I held that's really, really light, that's like 0.3 grams. See what I'm saying? So like this piece right here is super light. So this is like 0.3 grams. So that's what I'm saying. You can get a shitty piece. Well, you don't burn ambergris, so I wouldn't know if it adds to the scent or not. Saison, Preston, I'll give you some words of encouragement. You need to calm down on the inside. When your world is chaotic on the outside, then you have to be calm on the inside. Think about the way a hurricane is shaped. It's so chaotic, going round and round, but the middle is always a clear eye. So, calm yourself on the inside while everything's going crazy on the outside. If it's illegal, I never heard about it because I've literally bought it off of eBay before. Hey, John Phil. Oh, let me charge my stuff up. I mean, nothing's illegal to me unless I get caught. That's just straight up. It does go on the candle, but it's not enough that would cause a difference in the smell. I get told that all the time to do ASMR. You're welcome, Saison. I like them big. I like them chunky. Big. I like them chunky. Sunflower Lady, what country are you in? You know, not everybody can afford, but Sunflower Lady, go on Amazon for Pete's sake. It's literally in small amounts on Amazon. My breathing, I find it odd that my breathing calms people. Alright, wait a minute. I can't do two things at once. Okay. Put so much foot in there. I can't do that tap the head and rub the stomach. We're just going to copy my movements on each side. I would touch them. You crazy lady. Seriously, I would touch them. But look into transferring energy, like through Reiki or something. Maybe there's a way to do it. I'm going to touch the damn poisonous plant anyway. But look under Reiki. I think that deals with transferring energy that you don't necessarily have to touch. $16,000, yeah. Hey, doctor. I'm sorry. Hey, Yuckles. I'm doing the come to me spell. One of my big chunky spells. I like them big. I like them chunky. Oh. I'll touch a poisonous plant, except for that one tree that's in South America. I think it's in Puerto Rico, too. I won't touch that tree. Alright, Sunflower Lady. Let's see for 75. Yeah. A little bit goes a long way, but it is expensive. That's why I said you don't have to use everything that I use. I do this professionally for how many years now? Ask the seller where the suicide tree. Ask the seller where they got it from. Yeah, the suicide tree. I don't know what the technical name for that tree is, Mage. Yeah, I think that's it, NECA. I know it's indigenous to South America, I think, but it's also in Puerto Rico. If it rains and that shit runs off, you will blister. If you eat the fruit, you're dead. I was like, damn, why that tree got so much power? Why that tree got so much attitude? Got attitude more than anybody else. I have a yew tree, actually. I usually use red, but I don't have red right now, so. Oh, shit, how many of these do I have to make? 2. I'm gonna use pink. Because I can. Cerebra Odon. Deodorant, what the fuck? That's it, NECA. Manchineel tree. I ain't touching that bitch for nothing. No, no thank you. Not even for witchcraft, no thanks. Hello, Jinx. That's like, ah, that tree will take your ass out. Just that one. That's just the problem tree. It's like, oh, what's that? You want to even come near me? Die. Yeah, that shit ain't no joke. It should just be called the death tree. Take your ass out. Man, NECA. Datura. Yes, angel trumpets, Datura. I use those in curses. That's what I'm coming back as. Oh, well, maybe the seeds are the one part that doesn't try to kill you. That's crazy, man. The trees are like, you must die. That would kill us southern rednecks because we always played in trees. We'd be like, tra la 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 la, dead. Hey, baby, gay. Alright. Let's coat these in a purely platonic way. Even though we all know it's not going to look that way. We love jacking off the candles. Yeah, little apples of death. Okay, time to jack off the candles. This stuff is so valuable, I always run it through my hair. So, I just refuse to waste it. She's a wiener dog. Alright, I'm gonna pour this into my neat little container here. I'm not going out tonight, so I shouldn't have to worry about the shit being in my hair. We're gonna keep the sacred stuff. Thank you, Intuition Razor. All right. I need to go this way. There we go. Hey, maybe that's what I have in my hair whenever I go looking like ass to the store and get hit on for no reason. I never really paid attention. Could be. All right. The chunky never goes on the way you want it to the first time. Everything falls off, but it's all right. We'll get the chunky on there in a minute. Don't worry, chunks. We're going to get you on there. Once I got a little wax on there, you'll cooperate better. Whoop. Chomp, chomp. Chomp, chomp, chomp. I think I'm going to finish my cigarette first. Yes, since I put my nails on screen, I actually write them off at the end of the year for advertising. Lily. Hi, Lily. It's a little wiener dog, Lily. Little Lily wiener dog. Hey, Damon Tally. Damien. Carla. Dodomo. Not Keela. Keela has so much to say. Go ahead and get drink. Fats, why you always have so much to say? Bob drinking sounds like a big mess. I love huskies from a distance, but I couldn't have one because of number one, the hair, and number two, the prey drive. Can't deal with either one of those. Kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Cats just like me. And dogs like me because I speak dog. About using a fork on my candles. The reason I started using a fork was because that's what we do to cucumbers in the South. So when you raise your own cucumbers without GMO stuff, the skins of a cucumber is really bitter. So you run fork down your cucumber, like I did the candle, and then you wrap it in a paper towel for about 20 minutes. And all the bitter leaks out into the paper towel, and then you can cut it up for salads. Hey, Denny. And so that's where I got the idea to scour the candle so that it was a rougher surface for the ingredients. I do like boxer breeds. I have a boxer pit. Priscilla Ula Lieberbush. Do any of your pets eat my offerings? I don't leave my offerings low enough for a pet to get to. I also rarely leave offerings that are edible, so I don't really encounter that problem. If I'm dealing with Miss Martha, then hers go up pretty far. Well, they are precious, but he wasn't muddy enough. 2 breeds is apparently not mixed enough because he has to have special food because of his sensitive stomach. I was like, man, this is not what I get a mutt for. So you need at least 3 breeds to avoid the health problems, in my experience. It needs to be at least 3. Heinz 57 is better, but most of them are permanent offerings. If I give offerings, I'm not a big offering person. I did more whenever Philip lived here because I would take care of his people when he wasn't here. And, I had to switch that stuff out. Flowers. A couple of mine get flowers. And when they're done, I just toss the flowers. Well, I found instead of the medicine, I went the food way. And there is a brand called Arcana. I think it's Arcana. Arcana. And it has no grains in it and no chicken. It's made for rescue dogs. And that is that food. And then there's a Purina sensitive stomach. But the one that is oatmeal, I think it's oatmeal and turkey. But the Arcana is the best. Because the reason he has acid reflux is because he can't eat chicken. And he can't eat grains, corn, soy, wheat. And I wasn't about to do like fresh food. Like, bitch, what? I'm from South Carolina. No. But I did find that one food by Acana. It might be Acana. Acana. Anyway, it's a red meat mix and it's for rescue dogs. I get it from Chewy. And I don't have to worry about any acid reflux. I mean, it's not a cheap food, but I don't have to worry about any acid reflux at all. Because between the acid reflux and the unpredictable stool, I was like, oh, absolutely not. I was like, from here on out, I'm getting dogs that are at least 3 different mutts. The best dog I ever had was like a Heinz 57. A mutt got with another mutt. And I got one of those puppies. That was the best damn healthy dog I ever had. And then he died all at once. Really quickly. I didn't know anything was wrong with him at all. He got on up there. I think he was 11 or 12. And he had cancer. But there was no way of knowing it. And then he died literally like... The doggy vet was like, oh. And I was like, okay, never mind. And then he just died really quickly one day. Well, let me tell you something. When you got 200-pound dogs, we don't do fresh. My God, I would need a whole nother job just to pay my dog's bill. Yeah, I think Arcana is like $80 for that bag. That's why I was like, you are not supposed to be this expensive. You're a mutt. Nope, not money enough, he said. Not money enough. I was like, damn. Damn, Bob. You gotta have grain-free everything and no corn. No chicken. I was like, this is some rich people shit. You sure you don't need a rich people owner? Be getting you your own chef? Sure you don't need your own chef there, Bob? Yeah, they're awesome, but fucking fresh food, no. And Bob is completely food motivated. He loves food. I don't care if he gets the same food every day for the rest of his life. He will still be so excited. He's like, oh my fucking God, food. I don't care what it is. A cucumber, it doesn't matter. He's gonna eat it. Coupon code. Oh, Santeria, really? Yeah. Marisol. He's like, when I cut his toenails, all I do is hold a kibble up. And he's like, oh my God, a kibble. I've never had that. Let me be really still for my nails. Oh, shit. Bob will even try to eat the pistachio shells that my bird drops. He's like, oh my God, that might be edible. I'm gonna eat it. I'm like, stop it. You're gonna rip your guts open. Yeah, I usually do these in red, but I don't have red right now. It hasn't come, so pink it is. I like the red better. It's all lusty and passionate-y, but not today. Today we're doing pink, because that's what we have. And since color is not necessary, technically I can make this shit brown. It would still work. But I like the pretty colors. You posted it to the Twitter. Stop it. Stop. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Gwen. Stop playing games with me, Candle. No, I do not feel that way. Yeah, Allie. Y'all know my child is 21 years old. Ugh. Ugh. They're gonna go to California in February to meet their boyfriend. Oh. I'm just not sure about all that. Now I have to make more. I was like, damn, choose the other side of the planet to live on. Got it. Well, it's a test run. I mean, there's nothing more I want than him to go somewhere and live happily ever after. But they're gonna do a test run in February. I was like, is he aware that I will fly over there just to murder him? Yes. I was like, okay. As long as he knows. As long as we're straight on that. Oh, okay. Oh, my face is doing great after the kneeling. I didn't feel any difference by the next morning. If you go to my TikTok, I have the follow-up on it. Quinn. Yeah, just as long as he knew what he was dealing with. I was like, I will come and kill you. Well, since I have no idea what I'm doing in relationships, I'm not the best person to help them along. Hey, there's a little carrot weenie.
I think what you asked for made the weight an issue, like the type of lashes you asked for, because these are fine.
No, she used the same kind on me. Me personally. They were done perfect. I'm just not a fan. I wanted something different, but she did a great job. Your voice makes my inner child happy. LA.
What?
I was talking about you leaving and how I asked if you told him that I will fly there just to kill him and come back.
They're living in LA County.
They're living in LA County somewhere. Kind of like the burbs, so not in the city. Maybe they'll catch the serial killer before you move there.
Serial killer is 6 hours away.
Oh, I thought he was in LA.
No.
No, the surrounding area. They're not in the city.
If you ain't going to the city, I'll beat his ass.
Yeah, East LA. Y'all too young to know about that. Most of your family are pigs? Got pigs in your family? I do it this way on purpose to spend more time with the working and push my intentions into it. Cheech. Alright, Aaron knows what I'm talking about. Half the cannabis growers. I don't like the police. Hey, Psych Witch.
We don't even like city checkers.
I've never liked the police. They have never liked me. Even when I wasn't doing illegal things. In the small towns, they judge you off of your relatives. So they had it out for me, and I ain't even do nothing. So I don't like the police. Yes, yes they are. No, I don't see any difference with or without an altar. The altar is, I think, mostly, unless you have a deity, the altar is just mostly for the witch, but there are more people without altars than with. I don't like pigs. I hate detectives even more.
I hate anything that wears a badge.
There's only one thing that I hate more than pigs, and that's bounty hunters.
Oh my god, I hate bounty hunters.
You failed the police force, so you became a bounty hunter. You want to find it? My aunt was a bounty hunter.
Which one?
Gretchen. I just laughed and laughed. That is an expert in fugitive recovery, thank you, right? I'm like, get away from me. Stop, freeze, fuck you, bye. I'm gonna carry my guns around and catch you for hopping bail. How about you grow a dick longer than 4 inches first, then we'll talk. If your dick doesn't pass your belly button, do not take that tone with me. Don't take that tone with me, Pee-wee. Wow, Witchfoot, that's mighty sexist of you. Yep. Yeah, it is. I don't know. I don't do deity shit. All right, Mev. Exercise and those candles. Like, seriously, if I didn't have... Now, granted, I'm not talking about sexually, because there are many, many ways for a guy that has a shorter dick to make up for it. So don't get me wrong in that respect. But if you think you about to raise your voice to me and your dick does not come up to your belly button, you better sit down. You better sit down. Don't take that tone with me, boy. Arthritis in my jaw. That sucks. Alright, I gotta prop this up. Prop it up that way. No, this way. Okay. Yeah. That way. And that way, maybe. Like this. I'm gonna make me a sandwich. Hold on. You over there cooking things. Made me go, wait, I'm hungry. Oh, that's right. I can just microwave my shit. Ooh. Taste. Get away from me. I don't know who made this now, Jade. Let me get these wipes that I've been set up over here so this
That's tea. I haven't touched tea today. Yes, it is.
I think you're yelling that because you want me to spray you with a spray bottle. That's what I think, chicken. Ew, Jennifer, why did you do that? Why do I do dumb shit, Jaden? I know, but damn. Get the fuck away from me. I already fed y'all. Get over there. Oh, y'all $60 orthopedic bed. 65. 65. Do I hear 70? 70? 65. Okay.
Give me that pizza cutter anytime soon.
Yeah, it's right there. It's literally in there.
Is this supposed to have a cover on it?
No. I didn't realize that. Dayquil? No. I got my leftover Arby's. I'm eating leftover Arby's. Better wash them flappers. Read the room, Diddy. Read the room.
No!
What's that you say, John Phillip? Get the fuck over there.
Get on your base.
Lie down. Lay down.
Edgar. 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 Get over here.
Why do dogs act like they ain't been fed in 42 years?
Stop looking at me, Bob. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Jail. Get up. Come on. Come on. Go to jail. Go to jail. Go. Jail. Yeah, I love their mozzarella sticks. Go to jail. I'm always a solitary. But this is making a spell. I'm not going to turn it on. But I have done a spell with a crowd. I've never had a difference in effectiveness. That's where we got it from. Right to jail. Right, cats, yeah, but dogs will be like, I have never been fed in my entire existence. Oh my God, $5,000 and $8,000 for a dress. I would faint. This is my beef and cheddar with no red ranch. You stupid Alex. I love to watch Say Yes to the Dress, even though I'm not interested in white dresses. I love to watch it. I didn't know you could have so many different types of white dresses. Remember, watch your floppers. Right? Yeah, Ananda, I see what you're saying. I'm just saying I don't do that many spells in public, but when I've done them, nothing happened. But I guess I haven't done enough of them to be able to draw a more concrete conclusion. So that's the first dress you tried on, lady. I know, Denny. That's why I don't throw you out. I just tell you, like, not to talk, or I'm not going to answer that, or something like that. Look, Aaliyah, if you're not using soap and you're good to go, I don't know why you would add it back in. You might be having one of those super awesome vaginas. Everybody's vagina is different. Or you could have one of those vaginas that's not very flappy, and so you don't have much hiding places in there. I had my friend was. She could wear those bottoms that look like, what are they covering? You know what I mean? Like the bottoms where I was like, where am I supposed to put my flaps? She was like that. So she didn't have to do everything that I had to do. But those of us with the bigger choochies need to be cleaning some shit. I think it's just they don't teach how many different kinds of vaginas there are. I was born in 76 and I was taught Dove soap, but honestly I use anything down there. Yeah, Leah, some coochies are little and they don't have a lot of moving parts. So they don't need much. It's propping up my big candles. They're at a bad angle right now. I'll show you in a minute. My friend didn't have a lot of moving parts. I had a lot. Marisol says she ain't seen hers in forever. You so stupid. Right? Whole catacomb system. That's right. Fucking stay there. These chunky ones are aggravating. You so stupid, Daughters of Darkness. It's been 7 years since I've seen anything like that. Maybe I'll do the chunky ones 101. I'm about to get mad as hell. When you're done, will you hand me one of them open, long, skinny boxes?
What?
One of them open, long, skinny white boxes. Just sitting on top. Lucha's grassy ass.
Yeah. Okay, off back. Out.
Just gonna cut through here and cut myself. No problem. I don't know how I haven't died earlier. I'll be picking the worst possible way to cut stuff. This is why I don't use heavy machinery. They're fine. Chunky ass fuckers. They're pom-poms. Pom-pom. I love all the different names we have. This is YouTube. We can just call it pussy, vagina. It doesn't matter. We forget. We're so used to editing, censoring ourselves. When you know that I went blind in 29. Jesus! Daughters of Darkness has even more meaning now. She's like, I ain't seen it because my ass went blind. So hot, joke's on y'all. Dude, I just want my pussy to smell like pussy. I don't want it to smell like anything else. What the fuck? It just needs to smell like pussy. What are y'all doing? Schrodinger's cat down there. No, absolutely. Straight to jail. Fuck no, dude. I don't know what women think, but a man don't want your pussy to smell like something else. Like, he'd be like, nah, I'm good. Right? If I get real milk and it tastes like strawberry, I'm going to have some thoughts about that. My boyfriend is blind, so he can't see her either. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. What is going on? What the fuck it was as I was walking. Man, what the fuck is that peach smell coming from? Hey, look. Let me ask y'all in here a question. I'm going to ask y'all a question since we're on this unusual topic. Why do balls smell the way they do, man? Oh, man, that's pretty bad, Jane. Why do balls smell that way? Somebody tell me why. Balls smell like balls. That's what balls smell like. There's nothing else that smells like balls. Is there like a gland back there that makes a scent gland or something? Is that it? All balls smell the same. Some variant of the same, kind of like all pussies smell. Like, you know, pretty much it's a pussy. Balls is the same way. Like, what is that? No, I'm not talking about sweaty balls. Somebody, he can just get out the shower. It's still there. It's the smell of balls. if something smells like corn chips, then they got yeast. I learned that from vet school. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, it is pancake mix. It's not the smell of the man because all men's balls smell similar. So it has to be just a man, not individual to your man. You know what I mean? No, not Famunda cheese. You're not going near me with that. Absolutely not. Get the fuck out. No. Apocrine gland. So there is a gland down there. I don't like balls. They look like little hamsters with alopecia. I mean, I take care of them if I like the guy, you know. I take care of them anyway, but they look like little alopecia hamsters. Not fold sweat. Still smells like balls. Little alopecia hamsters. Yeah, little naked mole rats. But here's what I noticed with straight dudes. Not my last one, because most of y'all know my last one. But I don't understand why heterosexual men won't shave their shit. I'm sorry, sir, but I'm not touching that thing if I might get lost when I go down there. I'm sorry, but I did not sign up for the Safari Club. So, I'm not going down there. Yeah, no, I'm not. I can't help you with that. I'm not putting my face down there. I'm sorry. You should be thoroughly washing your stuff. And, well, I'm saying, you don't have to shave it off, right? But there needs to be, if you want my face down there, there better be very little. I mean, if I'm super ready to go, I'm not going to give a shit, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm not going to do anything with you if you didn't shave. But, like, I'm sorry, but you got to handle your shit, okay? You need to handle that. I had a dude ask me that once. I was like, I'm not going down there. Like, you ain't cut the grass there ever. This is like, you know, like an Appalachian meadow. I'm not going down there, no. There's like undergrowth and shit. Yeah, the Manscaped electric razors, definitely. And that dude looked at me and I was like, I don't know what you're looking at me for. Not going down there and getting lost in the forest. I'll tell you what, his shit was manicured as fuck the next time. Like, women be... And I guess no woman asked him that. Y'all need to fucking speak up. December the 1st. Y'all need to speak up to these men. Like, I don't need to be taking my cat's hairball remedy. No books, no box. Yeah. As a woman though, let me tell y'all. As a woman, if you wanting him to go down on you, you need to jump in the shower while he's there. Like, jump in the shower real quick. Wash her up. And then go for a happy time. Because it's just like you don't want, no stinky fucking Famunda cheese. They don't want flapper cheese either. So, if you got a minute, run in there. Spruce her up a bit. Yeah. And I can always tell when a woman has never been with a guy who's not cut. Because they'll be like, ooh, if it's not circumcised, that's nasty. Bitch, you ain't been with the dude that wasn't circumcised. Or you'd be like, I want every guy not circumcised. Because if you had been with a guy that wasn't circumcised, you'd be like, I need circumcision to stop, period. I need that to halt, cease, and desist immediately. Just let me throw these balls in the sink. That's right. Alright, that's really chunky. Let me go ahead and start covering it. Yep. I don't know how it works with men, but with women, uncircumcised is a fantastic thing. It's also better for the man because he's not forced to be desensitized from clothing hitting the head of his dick all the time. But it's better for the vagina. Oh, so much better. Because you got twice as much, well, let's see, no, 3 times as much friction going on down there. At 16. Yeah, you would be in America. You'd be like, what the fuck is that? I mean, it's really not fair on the man, but it's just a lot better on the vagina holders if you're not circumcised. Actually, he only said to do that for Jews. And that was because people took public baths and stuff like that, so you would know who it was. The men would know. And I think they still did sports naked back then too, so you could know who was in your group and who wasn't, if I remember that correctly. Let me move my phone where I can see it better. I'm trying to do 2 things at once. Okay. Circumcised start for the most of us with Christianity. Way better on vajayjay. Right? Yeah, you can tell when a woman's never been with one because they're like, oh, it's nasty, and circumcised. And you're like, bitch, sleep with somebody that's got one. They're like, oh my God, why do people circumcise ever? I think there's so many things wrong with circumcision, from consent to how much it takes away from men's sensitivity and intimacy to religious bullshit. Right? Cut that off. Like, that's fucked up. Yeah, I would have fought. I'd be like, if you put one scalpel towards my infant's pee, I'm going to cut yours off completely. I'm going to come to your house while you're sleeping. I'm going to cut your dick off completely. Your name is going to be Bobbit. Right, daughters? Oh, yeah, the ones for girls is so fucked up. Because it has everything to do with patriarchy. Everything. They don't they call it circumcisions, but it's mutilation. It cuts off lips and clitoris. Cuts it completely off. It's just a hole. A little hole to pee out of, and another hole to push out babies. That's so fucked up. I'm glad it's fading out of habit. I mean, fading out even from, they still do it in some cultures, but it really is starting to fade out, thank God. Hello, she. Oh my God, circumcised at 10? Jesus. That should be considered cruelty. Yeah, I think the thing is a lot of moms are ignorant when they have their child, and they're lied to, and for some reason they think the husband has a say in that. No, you don't. I'm sorry. And keep in mind, I'm not a uber feminist, but if I am carrying a baby and we're together, okay, it gets your last name. That's it. That's it, dude. You have no more say over that child. And if men don't like it, that's too bad. You can have more of a say over it when you carry the baby. I mean, apparently my uterus belongs to the state of South Carolina right now. But you don't have a say. Period. Well, I'm saying a lot of women did not know up until the last 20 years, that circumcision is not a health thing. There is rare condition where it has to be done, but they usually don't find that out till later. So yeah, I tell women that have already done it, like, you trust your doctor. So it's not like, I wouldn't take it on so fully as it being your fault, because you trust the doctor isn't going to tell you something unless it was for health reasons. It's just like my mom, who's 70 something now. She's like, I would have never done that, but back then they insisted it was for health reasons. And religious pressure was a lot bigger. Yeah, there's only one very rare condition in which they do it, and it shows up later. Yeah, so I don't think it's. I think it's that falls partially on the mom, but mostly on the doctor, because that's, you go to them because they're the professional. They should know if something's medically necessary or not. So you're also misled by the doctors that are in there. But I think anyone from generation, who's after millennials, Generation Z, anybody after that that still has their child circumcised is either a Christian evangelical. Other than that, there's no reason for you to be uninformed about that. I'm sure there'll be some outliers in there, but there's no reason not to be informed on why it should not be done. And for aesthetic reasons, like, why are you worried about what your son dick looks like? That's kind of creepy. So it's not up to you whether you get it done for aesthetic reasons. He can pay for it to be done later. That's what he wants to do with his dick. Yeah, God, it takes away from their pleasure so much. The intimacy that happens when they're able to feel when they're not cut is just stolen from them. It's horrible. Yeah, that's all. You have to teach him to pull that bitch back. Wouldn't be with an uncut man. That's because she's never been with one. Because if she did, she'd be like, I was just kidding. You'll also see racists say that. Racist women will say that too. Ain't never been with one. If you keep asking them about it, they'll break down because it has to do with racist things too. And the thing is, it's not like he keeps his cover on for long. When they're ready to go, you wouldn't know that it wasn't covered. Especially if you have one night stands, you don't know if that man was covered or not. Because by the time he's up and ready to go, you can't tell he's wearing a hoodie. You just know that the sex was better. And you just can't quite figure out why. That's all it is. Wearing a hoodie. He'll be fine. And you know, you can go online on YouTube and look up the medical procedure for those and see one actually being done, oh my God. I can't imagine letting somebody do that to my kid. That's right, darkness. I saw the procedure and I was like, man, if women saw this procedure, hell, if men saw this procedure, they'd be like, what? Absolutely not. Oh my God, it's fucked up. Hey, Andalee. Dude, the surgery is so much worse than the animation because all the blood. And you're like, damn, that baby ain't got that much blood. What y'all doing? Yeah, it's just so not necessary. And it just takes away from the man. And I don't know about gay men, but it also take away from his female partner. I don't know if it works the same with gay men. I'm finishing up some Come To Me candles. And then we got on vaginas, and then we got on dicks, and we got on balls. And now we're on circumcision. I don't even know how that happened, but it's alright. You never know with my lives. We might be talking about asteroids in a minute. You just don't know. That's how it happened. That's true. I went for some food and I come back. Am I done? Okay. Alright, let me coat this candle now. Yeah. You know, we'd already be thrown out of the clock app. Yeah. I bet if I had an accidental flashing on YouTube, I wouldn't be fucking banned from going live. Like I meant to flash everyone, as if I look like a fucking popped can of biscuits. But no. Hey, report me. And the thing is just somebody reported it. Like, damn, I didn't mean to flash everybody. It was like 2 seconds. Like, I just don't understand why people think nudity is bad. I don't understand. Yes, that was a couple of accounts ago. I was in the shower and I slid back the just one curtain and not the other. And so it was like me naked, but it was behind like a marbled clear curtain. You couldn't even see any details. They got all butthurt about it. I was like, Jesus, dude. Well, I mean, lots of people like my busted can of biscuits. But, like, it was like 2 seconds. And it was an accident. And they got all butthurt about it. I was like, really? It doesn't even count. You can't see any details. Yeah, because it didn't get taken down. It was still up for quite a bit. So I think it was somebody that saw it. Or a couple of minutes. I think somebody that saw it got all butthurt. Oh my God, a naked person. Oh, good grief. A naked 40-year-old. Should take a bite. Actually, most of the people that hate on me are liberals. Uber liberals. I don't get that many Karens. Most of the ones that hate me are super polarized liberals. Yeah. So stupid. I was like, whatever. Can't even see any detail. Jeez. Oh, these are for clients that have already ordered. I'll be open for product again on the 1st of December. Oh, Lord. Poor little kid. Clothed kid. Thanks, she. They were at the beach. Wow. That was probably one of these uber liberals that was like, oh my God, I gotta shut it down. There's gonna be a pedophile watching. Like, it's not your place to police me. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. I had a video where I'm wearing a shirt and you can see my nipples through my shirt, and that bitch was taken down. Excuse me? I see that all the time. Why are you taking mine down? Because they're old boobs? I don't understand. You know, like your nipples, you couldn't see the nipple, but it was like you could see the shape. Like when you have on a thin t-shirt. I was like, excuse me? My nipples are just as good as a 19-year-old's nipples. Thank you very much. Put my video back up. Nope. No, no. They weren't going to let that. Any other female on here below the age of 25 can do it. A minor can do it. But not Witchfoot and her giant boobs. Don't let the Witchfoot boob show. I would lick her brain. Sapiosexual right there. That's what that is. I am also like that. Oh no. No skin. No. Unless you're one of the, one of the ones that's got your check mark. If you're not one of those big girls, no, you don't need to do it. Sorry. I'm like, this is a witch titty, and I'm allowed to show my nipple. Y'all let underage D'Amelio put her nipple on here. Okay, let's put this over here. This over here. Yeah, and that's one thing I never got because my only time my videos have been shadow banned is right after I got banned for something, but otherwise I was never, and honestly I think it's because of my haters because they don't realize this, but I was never really discriminated against, even though back in the early days I should have been. Because I wasn't young, I did not have a very good camera phone at the time. I was big, and I was really surprised that I wasn't discriminated more than like other people were. Even when they passed all the new rules on the tarot, never touched my stuff. Never touched my stuff. And I was like, that's weird. So I guess I get enough pull from my people that like me and the people that hate me that my fuckery overrode any of the algorithms. Poured it for appropriation. No, I put these in 2 bags and they go with the candles to be put at the base of the candle when they burn it. I was like, well, none of that stuff touched my stuff at all. Not appropriation. So I was like, I don't know. There's literally documents released from TikTok that talk about shadow ban. It's very real. Just FYI. That's because I got them done. Yeah. 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 All right. Let me divide up my lines here. I mean my herbs. I meant my herbs. That's what I meant. Oh, I got you, Mage. I'm sorry. What is this? What was this? I wasn't making come to me. No, y'all know what I just did. I made 2 come to me spells. And I meant to make self-love spells. Well, I'm sure I have some of these on order too. This was come to me. And I needed self-love. Oh well. I'm sure I have 2 of these backed up, so. It's not like they won't go to waste and they won't have to sit around either. That would freak me out. I don't know why. I just feel like my stuff needs to be fresh when they order it. Even though it's not produce. I don't know how to explain it. I was supposed to make self-love spell. Okay, well, I guess we'll do that as well. How about that? How about that? I'll do that one as well. I'm sure the next 5 orders I pull out will have these on there. I'll just go pull them out. I usually don't do that, actually, because I invest so much time in mine, you know? Yeah, but it's just so much different ingredients. The ingredients are way different. All right, it's all good. It's all good. No, I mean, it'll, you don't have to stay. I mean, I'll upload the live. Bitch, why are you playing with me? Ain't nobody got time for you back. Okay. Oh, well, that was a fail. Okay, good enough. All right. Thanks, John Phillip. All right, got that. All right. You know, you never think that something you learned back in your drug dealing days would come in handy in your witchcraft days. That looks about like an ounce. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get these done because I'm sure I'm going to need them here by tomorrow. Give me that. Really, Jennifer? That's not where that goes. Okay. Well-rounded education there, too. Yeah. Yeah, that measures out to an 8 ball. We're good. One. No. When you're doing that, you don't want to add anything to it. That is not something I came up with. That's not a process I came up with, as I stated on there. Don't add anything to it. I know it seems to go against what we're taught because it is so simple, but no. After you've made the connection and you change out your water, you can change the candle, you can change the things that hold the water, you can use whatever you want after that. But not for the initial thing. You do exactly what I'm telling you to do. Alright, so I guess we'll set these over here since I don't need them right now because I made the wrong shit. Alright. Let's look for, where am I going to store this? This. Oh, here it is. Alright. I don't store things for over 4 days, so you never see me make very big amounts unless it's one of my floor washes. And I'll wait till I get a lot because I don't. It's just my instinct. I'm like, if this sits on a shelf, it's going to go stale. I know that doesn't make sense, but that's like, it's just my instinct. And I don't have food issues, so I know it's not based on that. All right. Let me see what I have. That's me and prosperity. That's floor wash. No, I just made that. Self-love bath. Okay, that's the bath that goes with it. Yeah. Poke. Poke is not American Nightshade. Poke weed. Not pokeberry, poke weed. Well, Andalene, then it will be sun water. Because those photons are going to beat it up. Pew, 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 pew. All right. Oh, nope. Oh, I still had coffee. Not no more. I don't remember what day my meeting is with you. I ain't even looked at it yet, but it would be, I can't look at it while I'm on the phone. But if you go back into Booksy, it'll tell you. Thanks. I always get them done like this. I like to look. You know how when you're doing herbs and stuff, you be getting color under your toe? I just like to look clean. It's not that I'm camouflaging dirt, but you know what I'm saying. This looks nice and neat and clean on camera. Oh, by the way, I'm driving 3 hours on Thursday to get my eyebrows microbladed. Pokeberry might be a different plant. Pokeweed is what I'm thinking. Yeah. So I got to drive 3 hours to Cary, North Carolina to go get my eyebrows done. Why? Because it's my fucking eyebrows. And if I don't like exactly what it is you're doing and I have to drive 3 hours to get to where I do want it, then that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I have to do. Yeah, I'll do a before and after. Yeah, because down here, they do a shading technique, and I absolutely want nothing to do with that. There's another technique that does very specific hairs, and she also custom mixes her ink to match your hair color. So, to me, it's the same as getting a tattoo, okay? I'm not going to go to just anybody for a tattoo. I'm not going to do that. So if I have to drive 3 hours to Cary to North Carolina to get them done, then that's where I'm going. Oh my God, Jennifer, where's the fucking spell? Where's my spell? Did I eat it? Oh, there it is, right in front of my face. Yeah. I did say Cary, North Carolina. I did. It takes me 3 hours to get there. It's a 3-hour service, and then I gotta drive 3 hours back. I was like, damn, I need some cocaine. What the fuck? Adderall, something. I'm too old to be doing all this shit. Oh, shit. Alright, I need... Let's see. Tobacco. Hey, Dominic. I got pine needles in my freezer. That's right, you heard that correctly. Bewitched. I don't think you heard me, honey. I love you, but I have to drive 3 hours to get there, 3 hours there, and then 3 hours back home. Oregano. If you want to meet for like 5 minutes in the parking lot, I'm going to be a bitch by the time I'm done. Oops. Musk oil. Geranium. Frankincense. All right. I'll be pissed as hell. I'll tell you that way. I'll be like, nettle, musk oil, uranium, frankincense, coffee. Look, as long as you understand that I could be a really fucking bitch by the time I'm done, unless I have some sort of, my brother gets his fucking Adderall before then or some shit, we're good. I have to leave here at 12:30 because I want to be a little bit, you never know what you're going to encounter along the way. I need to get there by 3. No, that's a lie. 4. Red Bull. I'll be done chugged Red Bull before I even get in there. I'm smoking. That's why I hadn't got up and get my stuff yet. I'm fixing to make self-love spell because I made the wrong spell just now. Yeah, as long as you don't mind me being a bitch, because, God, that'll be 4, 5, 6, 7. It'll be like 7:30, and then we go eat, and then let's say I leave at 8:39 till I'll be here at midnight. It's this Thursday. I can't remember the name of the place. I got it wrote down, and I got the address and everything. It's a Romanian lady up there. And here's the thing, though. This is how I know I picked the right person. Because I called her and I was like, I'm going out of town on the 24th. So I'm hoping I can get them done before then. She's like, well, you know, somebody just called and canceled about an hour ago for the 14th. I was like, I'm there. I'm driving up from North Carolina. So it was meant to be. No, I won't give about shit about food then. I'll probably need a couple Red Bulls, shove something down my throat, have a chit chat. But yeah. So I was like, Bree's about to knock on every eyebrow Story carrying out. No, I'll tell you which one it is. I just used your money bill tips to try it out for my first book. You're good. No, I mean I want to. I like meeting y'all when I'm in the area. I just know I'm gonna be irritated and tired because I'm fucking driving that much. It makes my back hurt. I'm gonna be pissed just all the way around. And you know, you can't just short order drugs. You don't want to get drugs that kill you. Why? People want to put fentanyl in everything. Like back when I sold drugs, kids don't sell drugs. Back when I sold drugs, we wanted return customers. So we did not put fentanyl in our stuff. There's some 1017. Why people put fentanyl in drugs, I'm never going to understand. You would cry a lot? That's okay. Like, we wanted you to come back because you would like it and get addicted and give us more money. So why would you put fentanyl in your drugs? What stupid drug dealer decided that was a good idea? Like, you can't even play with drugs nowadays. They put fentanyl in cocaine. In cocaine. Why? Cocaine is powdered self-confidence. We don't need fentanyl in it. I need to put this on the dark web as a PSI. Wait, that's pounds per square inch. PSA. Yeah, you gotta be alive to buy more. Why are you taking me out? What the fuck? That don't make no sense. I don't have any tobacco, so I'm gonna be using tobacco out of my cigarette. Alright, let me go get my stuff. See, I got musk oil. I need my geranium oil. Where is it? Where's my geranium oil? Yeah, like I had to tell my kid, I was like, you can't even take pills. Because they will press a fake pill with fentanyl in it. You can't even take that. We had a friend die of that. His brother took one and was fine, a Lortab, and he gave his other brother a Lortab from the same guy, and his brother died because there's fentanyl in his. What the fuck? Oh, let me see. No. No. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for my geranium oil. Patchouli amber. What the fuck? No. Cypress, no. Myrrh, no. Peppermint. Oh, I have peppermint oil. Oh, shit. No. What's that? I have jasmine oil. Oh, geranium oil. There we go. I'll be right back after these messages. Oh, shit. Can you go back over there, please? Go. Get over there. Get over there, big baby. Spanish moss. Oregano. LMNOP. Oregano. Nettle. Frankincense and coffee. EF. Frankincense. Play now. Just a little tip. You can keep green pine needles in the freezer. Okay. Does it hurt? Is it hurting you? Are you okay? Okay. I won't yell at you today. Okay. I just, when the, little branch comes down, after it's been a windy thing, a windy storm, I just keep the little branch in my freezer. And when Philip first got here, he was like, why is there a fucking branch in the freezer? I was like, a branch? Watch out for the dead bird. I don't think he ate something out of the freezer again after that. Yeah, because you want them to be green when you use them. So. He was like, why is the dead bird just laying there? I was like, it's frozen. It's not contaminating. Put it in a Ziploc bag. I was like, I didn't have time that day. We're doing some French roast today. Okay. Oh shit. Oops. Okay. Wait, I think I do have tobacco. You're being a silly potato. I do have tobacco. I do. I had part of my cigar left. Okay, you can stop with that. Thank you. Forgot I had part of my cigar left. Because what you need is not in brown needles. It's in living needles. It's like if they tell you to get oak leaves, you don't get dead oak leaves. You don't get dead nettle. Yeah, this is part of a cigar. Oregano. Oregano. Some nettle. A big old chunking piece. Not a plant murderess. If you don't like killing things, then you're never allowed to eat again. That literally anything. You can't ever eat. Sorry. This is my Spanish moss. It's tinted, but it still works the same. So, just FYI. It came out of like a dry arrangement, and I was like, I wonder if it'll still work. It does. Alright, I'm gonna crush up my frankincense. Hey, little bastard. Eyes the old terrarium, yep. I can use weed keef for. I don't know what weed keef is. The fuck? What is keef? I'm not good on the lingo. What is weed keef? Oh. I'm sure it can be used for the same thing that the correlation is for marijuana. It's going to have the same, whatever it is, it's going to have the same correlations as the marijuana. Oh. Well, I don't know about for the skin. On the internet, kids. Oh, look, it's brown sugar. It's raw sugar. Nope. It's frankincense. Dude, that's the heaviest pestle and grinder, but it's so awesome. Everything is awesome! Everything is great when you're part of a team! I know self-love doesn't look so lovely, does it? But it's okay. Everybody's like, where's the roses? You're going to romantically love yourself? No. Just kidding. I add in roses sometimes for color. Yeah, when people get this bath, they're like, oh, it smells what? I'm like, yeah. Surprised, aren't you? That doesn't smell like plumeria and fluff. I told you I don't know the salon name. I have it written down. Chill. Chill. I actually know the coffee overpowers the oregano. All right. We're going to do sexual things to the candles again. Wow, Jennifer, calm down. Little musk oil. Little geranium oil. Lube that bad boy up. musk oil dropped on the desk. What the fuck? Geranium oil. Lube that candle up. Now that you lube that bad boy up, because we're all about sexual innuendos in our craft. Oh my god, I need more musk oil already. I just need a civet cat. Oh no, animal cruelty. For love spells? Never seen weed for love spells. I've seen weed for to add into a astral projection spell, and I've seen weed added to psychic power spells. Yes, I like my candles. I'm very anal about my candles. That's right, I said anal. We good? Okay. I would try it in an anxiety spell, see what happens. Yes, mage. Scoot. 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 Bree wished if you say one more thing about this, I'm going to get irritated for no good reason. I really don't have a good reason. I think it's just the mood I'm in. I don't know. So I'm just sharing with you my feelings. I wish I knew why I felt some of the feelings that I feel. But I don't. Like, I have no idea why. So don't take it personally. I have no idea why. I was an asshole on here the other night. And somebody was like, rude. I was like, oh, fuck, was I rude? And Jada's like, yeah. I was like, my bad. I didn't mean that rude. Sorry. Let me do a do-over. I do not have any videos on enchanting. I do need to make one, though. People ask me that a lot. Hey, Bam Bam. Yeah, they were like rude. And I was like, oh, shit, I'm sorry. I didn't have a reason to be rude. I was just fucking rude. I was like, my bad. Sorry. Let me change that. Sometimes it's shit. I think a lot of it comes from having to be the head of the family. That includes the men in my family. And so I'm used to being a bitch. And sometimes it flows out to poor innocent bystanders. And I'm like, oh shit, sorry, my bad. That's not an excuse. That's just what I think may be the reason. Heck yeah, enchant it. I don't know if any of the other women on here have had to be the head of a household over men and everything else. And you're just like, You know, if it was a guy, I'd be considered a boss. But, you know, I'm a girl, so I'm considered a bitch. And I'm like, whatever. I'll be that then. But it do be leaking out sometimes on y'all, and it doesn't need to be. One time I sent an email out that was apparently rude as fuck, but thank God one of the witch feet was like, yo, that email you sent out, what the fuck? And I was like, whoops, my bad. But I'm glad somebody said something, otherwise I wouldn't have noticed it. Habit. I can be a bitch out of habit, which is not good. Yeah, I don't mind being told though. Because if I know I'm being a bitch for a reason, I'll be like, no, I did that for a reason. But if I'm not, yeah, please tell me because I need to calm my ass down. What the fuck? Especially with y'all. I literally am able to do what I do because of the witch feed. I don't need to be getting an attitude for no reason. I'd be like, whoops, sorry. My bad. I had a case of the cunts. Sorry. I had a case of the cunts. I got it under control now. My bad. Let me get a hold of myself. Those cunts can be really tricky. They just sneak up on you and you're like, blah, blah, blah. I know, but I don't. I try not to be one unless I got a reason, But sometimes it just comes flying out. I found out that's why I have a lot of Aussie subscribers. Because Australians are like that all the time. That's like normal, par for the course for them. So I'm just like reminding them of them. They're like, oh, that American acts like an Australian. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I asked Jaded. I said, Jaded, you got a makeup brush that you never use? Because, as y'all know, I was raised really poor. So if there's something in the house I can use instead of buying something, that's what I want to do. And that's the brush that they had. And I was like, sweet. Now I don't have to buy another one. Because there's one here. Fuck. Don't play games with me, Candle. Okay. Let's start with round 2. Alright, so I'll do these 2, and then I'll be done. I gotta make some more money bowl mix, too. Right? Because you're able to concentrate. It's like every little drip is more power that you're dripping on there. And for me, it's very meditative, too. It's very calming when I do this kind of stuff. Even when I'm doing like a hex candle, I'm still like calm and focused. It's very relaxing. The energy flows through so nicely. You get to spend more time with the spell. That's exactly why I do it, yeah. It allows me to spend some time. Right, Sunflower Lady. Right. And this one is a combo spell. So this self-love. So this is a Kindle and bath spell because it works best that way. Well, bath or shower. Yeah, I'm just gonna ash all over the place. It smells really good, actually. I don't know how to put my finger on. Oh, that's because I added the oil into it. The geranium oil and the musk oil. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, technically. Yeah, that's right. Remind yourself. The best results I've ever gotten for a communication spell was by using the mycelium from around the bottom of a tree or a potted plant. That shit is fucking fantastic. I mean, I used other things too. There's open communication herb and all that stuff, but it's always worked better if I put the mycelium in there. On my website, if you go to my spells, all the directions are on there. So if you don't have a bath and you only have a shower, there are directions for how to do that as well. I learned if I just put it on the website with the spell, nobody ever has to worry about losing directions. Oh, thanks, Jan. Severe OCD? No. There are some herb mixes that can help, but honestly, severe OCD is best tackled with a serotonin, an SSRI, and conscious, mindful therapy, not the talk out ones. I mean, the mindful therapy where you resist, 1 minute at a time each time you go to do the behavior. That's what I found has been the most useful for OCD of any kind, severe or not. What if you enchanted your meds? Fuck, I might do that actually. Be like, I want y'all to work better than ever. See what happens. Yeah, the reason I say that with the OCD and with many mental illnesses, but especially with OCD in particular, is that is a physical neural pathway that has been formed in your brain. And though there are things to help mediate OCD magically, you have to break and cause that current neural pathway to atrophy while you build a new neural pathway. And that can take months of active therapy. And the SSRI helps you do that. So that's why the magical fix is not good as the actual medication in that situation, because that's a physical neural pathway that you have to break and cause to atrophy in your brain. It's a type of neuroplasticity. And so that's why it's much more effective to do the active therapy, not writing down your fucking feelings in a book. That's for things like PTSD and trauma. But when you're dealing with something like OCD, you want to do the active, working, physical therapy to fix it. I went to college to be a psychiatrist. The first time I went to college. But then I went crazy and I was like, might not want to be a psychologist. That kind of, goes on your record. Oh, I went to school to be a psychiatrist. Also, I was committed during this time. That doesn't exactly, look good on your resume. Even though you would think that would add to your resume. Like they hire former burglars and criminals to tell you how they did it. You would think that would be a benefit, but no, it wasn't. But I learned about every abnormality at the time. That child anger disorder wasn't a thing yet, so I didn't learn about that. Where they be like angry for no reason, be like trying to come at you and stuff. Something, aggression disorder, I don't know. It was before that became its own diagnosis. Yeah, you would think. Yeah, if it helps you. My lighter, what is the Get Lit lighter? Is lit. I don't know, my brother randomly brings me lighters. Among anything else he finds, he's like a crow. Right, I'm scared things will happen. Yeah, that's neural pathways that you have to break. That's best done with on top of your medication, rubber band therapy. Have you ever heard of rubber band therapy, John? John Phillip? I'll take a minute to explain to you how it works. What did Casey say? Hey, Mom, it looks like seasoned hot dog. Do you want me to tell you the rubber band method before I start again? So you don't have to... It's not about anticipating it happening, so that should help it not be so exhausting. Okay, so the rubber band method. All right. This is also a way to treat intrusive thoughts. As long as you have medication. All right, John. So you want to get a rubber band. You are not trying to predict when it's going to happen, okay? So no more of that. No more of being worried about when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen, because we know if that's what you're suffering from, we know it's going to happen, right? Right? Make sure John's still with me. I do, yeah. I'm going to tell him to go look for that as well. Just make sure John is still with me. Okay, so we know it's going to happen. So worrying about happening or getting nervous it may happen, we're going to throw that out the window. It's going to happen. So no more anticipating it, okay? So when it starts happening, I don't care who's around you. If they don't like it, fuck them. You're helping yourself. When it starts happening, pull that, cause as much of a burn as you can. This sends an impulse straight to your brain because it's pain, okay? And when you break it from that pain, think of something else. Anything else. I don't care if it's me making candles, okay? Think of something else that is not that thought and do this each time it comes back, okay? When this area no longer affects you, switch to the top. When that one doesn't affect you anymore, move it further up your arm or start on your other arm. So you want to rotate. You don't want to come numb to that one sensation in that one area. Okay? And when you're done watching me, I want you to, on YouTube, look up footage of neural synapse forming. Okay? It's going to show you the actual footage of two neurons coming together. And you can also, that's how they atrophy back. Okay? So when you're doing this and forcing yourself to think about something else, this is going to kill that neural pathway and it's going to build another one. But just remember that whenever this doesn't stimulate you anymore, switch the area, move it further up your arm, switch your arm, put it around your thigh. I don't give a shit. And this rubber band method, as long as you keep it moving so that it hurts, no matter where you do it, every time. And what you'll notice is within the first month, you'll have to pop yourself less and less. And this means that your old neural pathways are dying off, and they physically die and atrophy away from each other, and the new healthy pathway is forming. Did you get all that before I move on? It is. It's like shot collars. Yep. My mind is never quiet, and I anticipate thoughts or anything. Yeah, we don't want to, that's what I'm saying. We don't want to anticipate shit. We know it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen, and what you do is you just go on. You know it's going to happen, but now you have something to change your mind when it happens. Yes, and watch the footage. I believe it's footage of neurons growing a synapse or something like that. You'll see it. It just shows two neurons growing towards each other. That way you have a visual of what's happening in your brain. That helps a lot. A lot of that. So just remember to rotate rotate your rubber band. When that one gets too stretched out, get a newer one. When that pain, you'll get used to it, so move it to a different area. Look, I don't care if you have to wrap a rubber band around your nutsack. You do whatever it takes to make you stop the thought that you're having, because that's what breaks. The synapses breaks when you no longer use it. It physically atrophies when you no longer use it. And then that will finally break the habit. It'll break the synapses. And that's why when people do physical OCD, like checking light switches and stuff like that, the way they have to do it is to, like they're going to flip the light switch, they just got to hold their hand above it and count to 5. And then they can go through their routine. And then the third day, they count to 7. And then they do the routine. And they count, so it's, they have to do it a little bit different. It works on several different types of bad habits. But, for the thought patterns or intrusive thoughts, stuff like that, PTSD, anxiety of what you might do in public, because a lot of times the anxiety will handicap the person more than the actual thing if it happens. So you'll limit yourself because of your anxiety of wondering if it's going to happen. And so you do the rubber band therapy to stop that anxiety, because the truth is you can't tell whether you're going to, pass out or have a seizure in public. So you want to stop that anxiety. So it stops that too, because people are usually crippled by the anxiety, not by the actual problem that happens. Going back to balls. So, yeah, that's the rubber band treatment. But yes, it is like a shock collar for dogs. It's the same thing. Or a similar concept. But when shock collars are used correctly, you don't have to use them for very long at all. And that's the concept. You're not going to be on the rubber band forever. You're just going to use it long enough to break that OCD habit. And then you might just wear it for a couple of years just in case to feel safe. Yeah, it will help, Sunflower Lady. It can help a variety of behaviors as long as you remember to move it when it's no longer effective in the starting spot. Because you will get desensitized to it, so you gotta move it around. Oops. Yeah, that would work too with the sour candy, especially if you're not a fan of sour candy. When I start to have panic attacks, which is rare, it's rare now that I switched my medication, I physically shake my head like a dog that got out of the bath. I will physically shake my head while I run to chew up some Benadryl because it literally screws up the synapses that's causing the panic attack. And, yeah, I will actually shake my head like a dog that's wet until I get to the... I mean, I won't shake myself to death, but I'll shake it quite a few times until I get to the Benadryl and chew it up. I can't take those. I don't know how people function like that. Well, they don't, I guess. Oh, yeah. There's something that speeds up grief from death and grief from a relationship that is over. And boy, do I hate it. Exercise. Specifically, if you will add some free weight lifting to your exercise. I don't care if you don't exercise anymore for the rest of your life. Physical exercise speeds up that process so much because of what it does to the brain's chemistry and the body's ability to cope. And I mean like an hour's worth of exercise a day. So if you've never exercised, don't be like, all right, I'm going to jump into this aerobics class. No, if you've never exercised, then go on the treadmill, for an hour. You don't even have to walk fast. Just go on the treadmill for an hour. And it will make a huge, huge, huge difference in the speed in which you get over someone or the speed in which you process through grief, your stages of grief. It's really neat the way it does. It just happens to do the things that you need to, why did I do that? That was dumb. Even I did that for what just happened to me. The brushing. Yeah, right. No, you need to sweat. You need to sweat and you need to cause stuff to happen in your body. So it's not just sitting on the couch and pedaling. That won't really get your blood pumping. If you have trouble with mobility, do swimming instead. Yeah. If you have trouble with mobility, get in a pool. There's a YMCA somewhere near you. Oh. You know what I think is weird? Regular people. Like, let me give y'all an example. I'm gonna give y'all an example of what I think is weird. Sitting on the porch with your neighbor, like talking about what little Johnny did in school yesterday. Or sitting with your neighbor and talking about the landscaping project you have planned in your suburban house. I find that so weird. My brain would be like, what? Why are we talking about it? Like, I don't, I know it's because I have the weird brain, but like, that stuff is so weird to me. It's so weird to me. And they'll sit there talking to each other about, like, going to Home Depot and the landscaping they're having done. And that's their conversation. And I'm like, my brain does not compute. Or like when somebody walks up to you and they're like, oh my God, I want to show you my baby pictures. I don't want to see your baby pictures, Jane. I don't care about your baby. I don't even know you. You're my neighbor. Like, no, I don't want to see them. I don't care. But I didn't try to show people my baby pictures either, so it's not like I'm being hypocritical about it. Like, I don't care about your baby, and I'm not going to act like I do care. Why are we talking about? Why are you here? I can't handle normal conversation. Just can't. Yeah, me and Betsy, we went down to Home Depot and picked out these new ground cover. What? Why are you telling me this? This is what you think about at night? What ground cover plants you're going to get? I can't. I cannot. Now, the only time the only time there's an exception to that for me is when like your neighbor is like having a beer outside and they're just like, hey man, come on over and have a beer. Well, okay, you just want some company while we drink beer. You're probably going to talk about some hunting crap that I don't care about, but you're just wanting to chill. You're literally just wanting to socialize, right? It doesn't even matter what we talk about because you're just wanting to chill and get a little tipsy. Okay, let's talk about what you hunted and how that coyote got in your way last week. I'll just let you talk and I'll listen while we drink beer. You know what I mean? Like they just want to socialize. Hey, come have a beer with me. Okay. At least that's the way of going, hey, I really don't want to be sitting here alone. I would like to socialize. I offer you beer. Okay, I will take beer. You would like to socialize. Thank you for being blunt. You know, that's just somebody that just don't want to be alone right then. Everybody's felt that. You know what I mean? Everybody's felt that. I just don't want to be alone right now. Hey, man, want to have beer? Okay. I don't even drink beer. But I'll drink their beer because they just don't want to be alone right then. Who hasn't felt that? Of course, me and my socially awkward self, I would be like, hey, man, I don't want to drink by myself. You want to have a beer? Yeah. Well, I have learned to go literally to someone, okay, I'm going to have to cut you off because I got this, and this. Even if it's really like, I got to cut you off because I don't want to talk about this anymore. Like, sometimes you have to be that blunt. But I also don't get offended if somebody says that to me. You know, if they're like, I got to cut you off because I don't want to talk about this anymore. Oh, all right. You have to get over your own pride. You're like, no, I'm glad you told me that. I didn't want to be raffling on for 15 more minutes while you were trying to change the subject. So, that's why if I'm really talkative on here, y'all will hear me stop and go, wait, do y'all even want me to talk about that? Nope, I'll wait. Oh, I like to listen to gossip. I don't gossip back. I just remember it. But if there's somebody that's wanting to share tea with me, I'm like, ooh. I don't repeat it though. I just want to know. It's just interesting. It's like watching a soap opera or novella or reality TV. Is like, I want to know. But if anybody asks me, I'd be like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to keep my information to myself. Yeah, this is a self love. I made the wrong ones the first time, but it's fine. I sell those a lot, so I'm sure I have an order sitting over here that I can just put it with. Bye, she. I'll tell you something that I like to do that people um, sometimes think is odd. If there is I don't know what the proper word for it is. What's the proper word when like the museum exhibition? If there's an exhibition at a museum, I want to go by myself. But I'm gonna tell you why. So they had the exhibition finally come through here, with the guy who does plastination on the human bodies. It finally came through, and I was able to go see it, and I didn't want a single motherfucker going with me, because when it comes to that plastination, dude, or something I'm really interested in, I will no shit stand and observe and look at everything. It'll be like I'll be an hour on one piece. You know what I mean? And other people are like, "Oh my god, you be standing here for a fucking hour." So I just learned it's better to go by myself. And I think I spent 2.5 hours, maybe 3, on the piece with the man on the horse. 2.5 to 3 hours I spent just looking at that one piece. And so I learned real fast that when there's exhibitions, to just go by myself. Because I'm only going to come in there once, and I want to be able to see every single inch of it and actually put it into my memory. And so that's why I spend so long at each piece. And the majority of the human population does not do that. So I learned real quick to go by myself to exhibitions. The same one with the Egyptian mummy, the Tutankhamun exhibition that came through. I went by myself. Maybe a decade ago, some of the great French pieces went on an exhibition from the Louvre. And I went by myself, and I spent an hour, at least an hour each per painting. So, like, that's just, I'm never going to see it again. So, I'm literally recording it into my memory. And at some point in my life, made me feel less like a weirdo. At some point in my life, I want to go to the Smithsonian and the Nature Museum, and I want a hotel next to the museum, because it's going to take me a whole week to go through the museum. And that's like 8 hours a day. Like, go in, look for 4 or 5 hours, go eat, come back, look for 4 or 5 more hours, and record everything I'm seeing in my brain. And then go back, sleep, and wake up and do it again. So, that's something I want to do. And I don't even care, like, if somebody went with me, but they knew how I was, and so they had free reign to do whatever the fuck they wanted to in that museum while I was there. And I'd be like, I'll meet you for dinner at this time, at this place. I would do that. But I need, like, the entire week, 8 hours of the day, to completely go through the museum and record everything in my brain that I need to record. Yeah, Natural History Museum. That one and the Smithsonian I want to go to. But that plastination thing, I was obsessed. Obsessed. I was like, I have been waiting for this thing to come. Waiting so patiently for this thing to come. I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, I'm about to see the museum. Cut my little lines there. Karmic quit. I mean, I'm not going to go into the whole thing that happened when I died, but sure, go ahead and ask. Why are you licking the carpet? I just selfie sharpied myself. Yeah, why? But if we ever go to the zoo, I'm not going anywhere near the lions or the tigers. And monkeys freak me out. I didn't need everything. Huh? Like some of it was underwear. I'm so confused. Yeah, monkeys are, I don't want anything to do with monkeys, thank you. They're such unpredictable, evil little bastards.
I also figured out that our new nail techs are Vietnamese.
That was over speaking?
Yeah. Because I asked her if she was speaking Mandarin because it sounded similar. And she's like, I understand because of the vowels. And she's like, but we're Vietnamese. And I'm like, ooh. Look at my nails. I look fabulous. Fuck y'all. Is that love?
Self-love.
Yeah.
I made the wrong candles the first time.
Did you really?
Yeah, I made them.
What did you make?
Come to me. But that's fine. I know I'll sell them. I know I have orders for them too. And I was like, well, shit, I guess we're going to stay on here while I make self-love candle. Stupid shoplifting stuff I did when I was poor. Don't worry about that. Oh. It wouldn't even matter if you were super wealthy. That's a very small bump in the land of karma, considering you were poor. Not even one lifetime, somebody might steal your clothes off of your drying laundry line. That'll be about the extent of that. That'd be about the extent of that karmic.
I was like,
Ah, what's going on? Can't do it real tight, I'll get a headache. I didn't have to use that one. Yay. Thanks. I didn't have to use this.
I got it too.
No.
my funky monkey.
God, the bird is obsessed with you. You guys stop picking it up.
I haven't touched it for weeks, and I pick it up once.
Doesn't matter. He
I'm
has.
so obsessed with my nails. You have no.
I mean, that's good. That means you love them that much. Put them under here so they.
Jaden did so well. I gave him my real name. I was like, I'm Jade.
Those dudes were fun.
We were checking.
I walked into that new nail place and I was like, damn.
The dude opened the door and Mom was like, oh.
I was like, damn. Jade is like, stop. I'm like, nah, that dude is fine. His brother fine too.
I'm just glad you're not like bending. Where you're like, hey, shawty. Like, oh, no.
I say it in my head. I don't say it out loud. We talk about tethering quartz and citrine candles. I just bought a really gorgeous clear quartz here. Why would you need to tether it? Tell me what you're wanting to use it for. I don't understand.
I love my lashes too. Man, I'm so excited.
You should be excited. They look really good.
I feel pretty without trying.
That's exactly what's going on. Yes.
My boyfriend wants to see my confidence rise. Buy me lashes.
Yes, it makes a big old difference.
He just did the whistle tone. That. Don't worry, maybe he'll bond better whenever I leave.
It's still gonna take a long time for him to bond to me, period, because we'd be fighting. Like whole adults. Yeah, I know. When Jaded started being on her medication and got normal, I didn't know what to do with myself.
He's a totally different person. Mom's like, oh my god.
I'm like, who the fuck is
That reminds
this?
me, I need to go take my medicine.
Like, I was just like, I'm not sure what to do here. My God, shut up! I'm gonna shut the door! You know you're being a bad Satan. Yeah, I know. You know that you're not supposed to make that noise. And you're doing it on purpose. I can hear you, chicken. Did your anger quartz to power a heck? Oh! I just put it on the table, right? So whichever quartz I have charged up, let's say this is my candle that I want to mess with. I'll have the quartz literally sitting in the loose ingredients before I ever start to dress the candle. So that's a big thing. And then I'll keep it in the presence while I'm doing the working. They finally agreed to start meds. Let's see, I started offering at age 14.
13.
And you're 21 now?
Yeah, I tried to do meds at 16, and then I felt like a zombie.
Because they didn't understand that it takes a minute.
Yeah, and then I tried again at 21 because I asked my mom to take my BPD seriously.
Really? Don't pick him up. Here, I gotta get some salt. Talk to them for a minute.
Yeah, I'll talk to them about my meds.
You little motherfucker. You're supposed to be in bed.
Okay, so what happened was at like 13, Mom recommended it. She kind of traumatized me with the medication at first. So don't ever, like, even if you're panicking, don't force your child to do something.
Everybody look. Oh, never mind. They're at the wrong camera. Here. Sit here. Oh my God, he let me pick him up. Don't touch him.
Okay.
He's a good chicken.
At like 16, she offered it again, and I took it for like 2 weeks, but I hated feeling like a zombie, so I stopped. And then at 21, I asked her to take my BPD seriously, and she recommended the medicine, and then she recommended to help me through the zombie stage, and now I'm fine. I take Zoloft.
Just to correct y'all, I was wanting to help her the last 2 times. They just refused.
I didn't say you didn't try.
You were like, no, I'm a zombie. I'm like, well, all right.
The thing that people can't comprehend is that you can't help an ill person unless the ill person wants to help themselves.
Yep.
So no matter, like, if you have depression or you have BPD or something like that, it's not gonna fucking happen if they don't want to help themselves.
Let me... What happened?
Do you have more Epsom salt? Because we have 0, because I asked you to get me the packs and you never did.
You've already used up all your little pack? Well, get your own. This is a Dead Sea salt. So just grab some for yourself. Yeah. What are you going to do when she's gone, Bird? You won't be able to pine over them anymore.
Where'd you find those Epsom salt packs?
I think I'll just look for Epsom salt packs. You want just some pistachio? You want pistachio? Come on, step up. Let's go get a pistachio, huh? You good? You get a pistachio, okay? You get your pistachio.
Hi.
You good girl. Good girl. You want a pistachio? And a pepperoni?
I am a son.
Your pepperoni.
You did the
Just
magic.
kidding. I ate all the pepperoni. Oh, no, I didn't do that.
Mom's like, just kidding. I ate all the
Let me
pepperoni.
get you a pepperoni. Pepperoni parrot. How about that? But look, here's a pepperoni. Alright, he's happy now. He's got his pepperoni. He got a pistachio and a pepperoni. Yes, my parrot gets pepperonis. Alright. Oh.
Your ass is not that good.
He's like, my ass is delicious, bitch. I did the matches. He flew in here, which was a first, and I'm like, what the fuck? But he stepped up on me, so that was good. I hear you. I'm not gonna be in here much longer, just chill. But then he comes in here, but then he gets nervous. Hold on, chicken, I'll be in there in a minute. Still have some stuff to finish out here. I understand, thank you for the beeps. Thank you for the beeps. Oh, Miss L's back. Self-love. Yes, dear. Off my nails. So, look, these even happen to have the word love on them, although I didn't know that when I bought them. So, oh, I should do I'll do the Jeopardy thing. So, that's a self-love spell. It's a two-piece. It's a two-piece. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Wait, is it this? I don't know what I'm doing. Is this it? Whoops. So I'll put their information out there. So I got a self-love. A money and prosperity. And a path clearing. Let me look that one up. Where did my mouse go? Hello. Oh. Yes, beep, I know. Okay, so that is... That's my friend. Oh, that's my friend that I'm gonna go see in a week. Oh, just set that on the desk. Hi, Kitty. All right. I haven't done that yet. I haven't done that. Well, why do I have this other shit made? Wait a minute. Oh my god. Running your own business can be fucking confusing as shit. Alright, let's see. Nope. No. No. Hey, there's a come to me. Oops. Try not to put their information all up in your shit. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. No. Oh, one. Okay. Alrighty. No, I didn't do the wrong one. Good night. I'd just be confusing my fucking damn self. I will confuse myself in a minute. Alright. See, I told y'all those come to me spells, I would sell them out right away. Let's see. Hold on, chicken. Yeah, that's why I had to close the shop for a little bit. Alright. This is... Because I needed to stop, to catch up. I had to refund some people because the stuff was just too far behind, but I gave it to them anyway. Thanks, me too. I'm gonna have to fucking hire somebody after Jade moves in February. The fuck? Okay. All right. I'm gonna say something about self-harm. Um, Particularly cutting. And I want anybody who does it to listen, but more importantly, I want anybody who is the mother of someone that does it to listen. Okay? This is going to end up on my Google Doc too. But I've been through this with my kid. It's going to sound counterintuitive at first, but I need y'all to hear me out. Cutting prevents suicide. I'm going to let y'all sit with that for a second. Okay? Y'all back with me? This is considered a controversial approach. This worked with my kid 1000%. Okay? Hiding things that are sharp from your kid makes the situation worse. Period. Period. You don't want to condone it, but you need to let them understand that it's their responsibility to quit cutting in time. Okay? This, I know it sounds counterintuitive. I showed Jaded how to clean herself up and prevent her from getting infection. After they told me why they cut. There's nothing else to be said after that. Being disappointed, screwing up your face at seeing them wearing long sleeves in the summer, screwing up your face when you see the marks on them, you're making it worse. Period, end of story. Trying to force them to stop will lead to more higher chance of suicide. Cutting allows the release of that pressure that when contained ends up being suicide. Okay, don't condone it. Express that you understand it and let them know that it is up to them to stop cutting. Not you as the parent. It's up to them. It's a coping mechanism that prevents suicide. That's as bluntly as I can put it. Like I say again, I taught Jade what to do to clean it up, to keep him from getting infected. I told him he doesn't ever have to feel ashamed. And every time I would notice that he was wearing sweatbands or long sleeve, the only thing I would say is I would gesture towards the area and I'd be like, do you want to talk about it? And they're like, no. And I was like, okay. You too, Jessica. So, tree hugger, that has been my experience with self-harm cutting. And they quit on their own. They cut off and on from, I guess, around age 13 to 17, I think. They will come to you to talk to you on their own as long as they know that door's open. They'll come. Whole piece. Well, was this the camera that I'm looking at? Is this one? That one. Okay. Well, I didn't. I found out about it because when I saw what they were doing, I wanted to ask about it. And so I read up about it. I read up the professional stuff. And then I went through the forums where the kids are talking. And then I talked to Jaded. And if you understand from the beginning that it prevents the big act, you will take a whole different view of what's going on. A whole different view of what's going on. So, when you realize it's like, preventing a drink from exploding by letting the pressure out a little bit at a time, the drink never explodes. So, and you make it their responsibility to quit. That's not a bad responsibility to have. You're recognizing there's a problem. You're recognizing that this thing that they're doing is preventing the big act. And they'll tell you that. You don't have to take my word for it. Ask them. And you leave it completely up to them. You just got to stop making it an issue. It becomes worse when you make it an issue. I'm not saying ignore it. Like I said, if they came in with sweatbands on or long sleeves in summer, I would just motion toward their arm. Well, one time, I would motion towards their arm and be like, you want to talk about that? And they were like, no. And I'd be like, okay, and go on about your life like usual. They'll come to you if they if they know that communication route is open. Yeah. Yeah. Tree Hugger, I don't know if that's the answer you were wanting, but that's the only one I got for you from my personal experience with it. And I hate that people don't speak openly about suicide in families either. To let their kid know that their own brain is playing a trick on them. They're not crazy. They're not defective. Their own brain is playing a trick on them, and that's why it's so real. Once you explain to them that it's not them, it's not you, your brain's not working correctly, and so it's flipping on itself. Yeah, grounding's not going to stop somebody from doing. If somebody's doing something like that's extreme. Grounding isn't going to stop it. That's kind of an extreme thing to do. So you may want to approach it with a little bit of innovativeness. And a lot of times if they're really early, you'll catch them doing eraser burns in the same pattern. So if you have a really small child doing eraser burns, and they're so small, and you're like, why'd you do that? And they're like, I don't know. Just keep that in your mind. Go treat the injury. Don't chastise them for doing it. Just, oh, well, we need to try not to do that. Show them how to treat it and be done. Hold on. I'm going to go get cigarettes. Hold, please. Kitty. What are you doing, big kitty? Oh, you going out, Kiki? insert. Okay. I'm not gonna stay on here much longer. Yeah. It's always better to find out the reason. But the situation with suicide is so important. So they know, if they know they're not broken, or if they know that their suicidal thoughts is not their fault, they understand that their brain is malfunctioning. Oh man, I think I asked them, I think the youngest hanging victim around here was 8 years old. I started asking at 8, do you know what suicide is? Yeah. What is it? It's when somebody kills themselves. Do you ever think about that? No. Okay. I check back each year. I think we had our first serious conversation about 10 or 11. And then by 12, they had them. But I knew this ran in my family. Yeah. You start asking that young. But suicide runs in my family. I didn't have it because on BPD, we don't have a self to kill. So we don't have that problem. But I started, I think it was around 10 is when suicidal thoughts started. You know, they had at least thought about it by then, and I had to go about explaining them with anatomical diagrams. Helps people so much no matter their age. Part of their brain is not working correctly. It's like having a broke arm, except you can't see it because it's in your brain. That's how I explained it. Yeah, you ideate, but you don't ever go through it. We're notorious for ideating or false starts, but we rarely ever do it. Anyway, I used the anatomical diagram of a brain to be like, okay, this is not it's broken. It's not working right. But you can't see it. It's like a broke arm, but you can't see it because it's inside your head. And so when you start thinking these things, you got to let me know because I can't see it. Like I can see your broken arm, but I can't see if that part of your brain is broken. And so they would tell me when they would have it. And I'd be like, okay, so did you just think about it? Or did you think about what it would be like? Or did you plan it? Okay, there's different steps. And the first thing I used was Benadryl. Jaded was pretty petite, so it was like half a Benadryl. I'd be like, okay, well, when you start, if it gets fixed in your head, if it gets stuck there, let me know. And I'm going to give you a half a Benadryl. Because that changes the chemistry of the brain. We went to the hospital once, and I lost power over her. I don't know at what point what she said, but I lost power over her. They had her. She didn't want to go through that again. So, I didn't remove things that can kill you from my house. I still kept my gun. I still loaded, but it was not in the place where they knew where it was. But the best thing is to have the most open conversation with the kids as possible, so that they know that it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's not their fault. They shouldn't feel bad for feeling those things. It's just that part breaks sometimes, and we can't see it as your parent because it's not like a broken arm. And they will come to you. They will come to you. Every time. They'll come to you. I've yet to meet someone who had an open relationship both ways with their child, and that child committed suicide anyway. I've yet to hear that. So, you know, and the thing is please try to remember when you were a teenager. Please try. Do you know how upset and how important it was if my favorite pair of jeans weren't clean for Friday night when I went skating? The world ended. So don't trivialize their feelings. You need to remember how severe things felt when you were in your teenage years and quit trivializing theirs. Okay? Because they don't have the perspective that you do. I mean, I would have a mental breakdown if I couldn't wear the jeans that I wanted, that I looked the best in, to go to the skating rinks on Friday night. So quit trivializing what they're feeling. You were the exact same fucking way. I'm sorry. I just get really mad when parents act like their world wouldn't end at the drop of a fucking hat. Yes, you were the same way. Oh my God, I can't even go. My jeans aren't ready. Never mind that I have 15 pair. Bitch, don't play with me. I know how you were. Don't. You felt unheard when people trivialized your shit then, and you turn around and do the same thing. Do you got a potty? Because you're up my asshole. Gotta go potty? Okay, you big black potato. Yeah, this shit pisses me off. Not everyone does that, tree hugger, but that's actually a really cool thing that you can do. But some people's brains can't do that. All right, I'm gonna get off of here. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. This will automatically upload. Everybody say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. 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 Bye. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.